Welcome back, y'all. So we're gonna hop right into it. We're not gonna take too long here. In today's message, we're gonna talk about what is going on in my life. Okay, so maybe because this is something that's been weighing heavily on my spirit, heavily on my mind. Just what's going on. What season am I in? What chapter am I in? Is this a new book? Is this a new season? Is this a new day? Uh, and how long is this going to be going on? But more importantly, what is going on? So we're gonna throw some bones on this topic here. Again, it may not all resonate with you, but as always, take what resonates, take what fulfills you, leave and discard your what is access or what you do not need. And yeah, so in case this is too loud, I apologize, y'all. Just I'm gonna try to do this away from the camera a little bit or the microphone. Beings of love, beings of protection, beings of wisdom. Spirit, what is that we need to know at this time in regards to our placement, where we are, where we have been, and where we are going? What's going on in our life? What season are we in? What do we need to be aware of? All insights, wisdom, and guidance. For a lot of y'all, it is time to rest. It's time to rest. We are here in this, and I should have my notes in front of me so I can give y'all the actual terms. And I mean, the terms in, you know, uh, its traditional language, but for all intents and purposes, we are in the season of winter right here. Death, if you will. And within this, we have a lot of external mourning here. A lot of external mourning, a lot of external sorrow, like external grief. May even be some spiritual or energetic grief. And what I mean by that here is, I don't want to say this is so much as a ego death, but more of the grief, the sorrow, the realizations that come with, dang, I can't be moving like I used to. These energies don't serve me anymore. I can't. I'm not compatible with these people. Uh, big on with these people. Again, I already just started talking and channeling without even realizing what's in front of me because look, we have this monkey right here next to this amethyst. And while this is happening internally here, we're talking about our mind, we're talking about our cognition, we're talking about our intuition and our creativity as well. But most importantly, we have our friends here, our community. A lot of thoughts around our soul tribe, our people, our community, the people we surround ourselves with. And that's where I feel like, because we already have this healing taking place here, a lot of healing energies, a lot of medicine being coming your way, especially in regards to relationships. But before we even get over there, but as I was saying, just a lot of cathartic. There we go. A lot of cathartic, a lot of cathartic realizations and acceptances and acknowledgments of what energies no longer serve you. And some of y'all don't know what to do with this information just yet. It's just kind of like you're just sitting here. You realize these things. This doesn't serve me. This is not in alignment with me. But now what? Now what do I do? Now how do I move? Just kind of stuck sitting on your hands, twiddling your fingers. But this is part of this progress here. This is part of change. This is part of you moving in a balanced, I keep hearing something about an organized way, an aligned way. And the answers are coming here. A lot of this is a lot of this information, a lot of these energies are writing this line right here before we, as we enter, no, should I say, as we exit this death, this winter season right here, and come into this birth, not even birth, sorry, come into this conceptual stage, this germination stage, as I like to say. But before that happens, before something can be born, there has to be some type of realization, some type of answer, some type of epiphany of, aha, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what's going on. These are the players in the game. Mm. Should have drank some water. My throat feel a little dry. But yes, we talked about this. Or we talked about how some of y'all, for a lot of y'all, bodies need to rest. Okay, your bodies need to rest. I'm hearing something about love. For some of y'all, need to love on your body. This may involve stretching. This may involve this act conscious. I'm hearing conscious self touch. They're saying something about a lot of y'all may be sensory deprived. You know, they talk about during the season. Look, we about to, October's coming to a close. They talk about cuffing season. They talk about kind of just being in the home, being very domesticated. Stuff like that. Netflix and chill, if you will. But for those that are going through this period of transformation of, well, these people don't serve me. My community, my friend group does not serve me. You may be lacking in those connectory energies, whether physically, energetically, mentally, etc., etc. And there is this seed right here. I'm pretty sure y'all can see, but I'm gonna come back to that. But as I said, a lot of realizations. We have this labradorite right here. We're talking about shadow work. We're talking about uh, introspection. And I love that we have six. Six is our number here. Six is talking about harmony. It's talking about love. It's talking about, and I feel like it's balanced in a different way. Sometimes I feel like number two can more talk about more internal balance, and three can talk more about external balance. Um, they can also talk about the home as well. But putting this all together, this is a transformatory period for a lot of you all. And a lot of y'all are moving through this cycle, this energy with persistence, with persistence, very intuitively, very instinctually. You're not sitting down waiting, trying to figure out, oh, is this right? Should I do this? No, it's like you get that nudge, you get that gut feeling, and you're gone. The lion doesn't sit here and wait for, uh, and while it's stalking its prey and think, should I eat this deer? Should I chase after this antelope? Should I eat this boar tonight? Nah, the tiger is hungry. The tiger sees what it is in front of it, sees what it's in vision, instinctually knows, okay, it's hungry, knows what it's capable of, knows what it has to do, and it goes for it and it pounces. But as we move though, counterclockwise, we have this medicine being presented here. And again, this internal rim right here. There's a lot of internal growth. Not even so much internal growth, a lot of internal activity taking place. But we have this medicine, we have this healing, which is very interesting because we have bondage here, we have these constraints, attachments, connections. For some of y'all, these may be relationships. It's funny how we have the F for feminine and then we have the M right here as well for masculine. Whether these are your partners, whether these are family as well. So there could be some bondage in some attachments in relation to relationships, significant others, as well as family. But it's time to move through that, y'all. I know it's a little faded, but it's an arrow. It is time to move through that. It's time to progress. I keep seeing the word activity, like it just, I don't know if this is like action. It's time to get some movements. It's time to go. There's a lot of success here as well when you do this. when you allow yourself to do this. And that success, because now we're entering this we're no longer in this birth, this spring. Now we're coming into summer. Where we start to see uh where we start to see the actual, what's the word? The I keep hearing it's like blank of your labor, the fruits of your labor, the success. And it feels like this the success that you, the prosperity, the abundance that's going to come from this is not when you break these chains, when you receive the medicine. Because look, I feel like a lot of y'all are on the precipice. Because again, we are we are walking this line right here, of insights, of wisdom, of guidance, and we have that medicine right here. A lot of y'all are on the precipice of receiving those answers. And once you apply that and break those chains and be open to it, because we do have this key right here, as well as the shell being open. And when y'all are open to it, mentally, physically, a lot of transformation is going to take place. Because there are opportunities here, as we have this coin right here, because we have our wounds. It's a little hard to see. We have these wounds with this bone, black and white bone right there. Trauma, suffering. It's not the prettiest, so that's why the bone don't look the most aesthetically pleasing, but that's the point. But there's a growth oriented opportunity, and I like how we have this coin sitting right on top of that bone, face up, knowledgeable, conscious. So it feels like you're very much aware of the suffering. You're very much aware of these wounds, and like I love, I love how I can't make this shit up. You have the coin that's faced up, right? But then we also have the skulls for our cognition, for our mind, right with it as well. So it feels like whatever these wounds are, whatever these traumas are, whatever this hurt is, this pain, it is not something that you're not unfamiliar with. True to this, but not new to this. But be open for solutions so you can progress as we have these arrows, so you can move in unison. Okay? Yes, and so a lot of this is presently happening. The success is slightly more future oriented because we're kind of going more into this side. It's not fully, it's kind of somewhere in the middle. So it hasn't really happened yet. But presently, the relationship, the familial attachments that need to be broken, that need to be healed upon, whether these are significant others, this masculine and feminine, whether this is family, whether these are friends. There's a lot of interpersonal transformation during this time, which is very beautiful. Because a lot of people, this is necessary. This is needed. But again, like I said, even with this giving, if you can see this bone right here, it's facing this giving energy. It's facing this Apache tear of this sorrow, this grief, this cathartic type of energy. Hmm. Staying grounded during this time is going to be very important. Staying grounded, whether it's eating grounding foods, engaging in grounding activities, very important. So you can move through this balancedly, so you're not losing yourself. You're not, just. I say a lot of this when we are going through, when life is tribulating and tribulating, if you will. A lot of people start to sacrifice themselves unnecessarily for the cause. When there's a goal that's in mind that they're trying to achieve, they sacrifice themselves unnecessarily. Like they'll sacrifice their arm and a leg, but when the dream was to be a dancer, so now you really can't even dance. You can't really enjoy and come into that fulfillment as much as you should or ought to. It's so funny because every time I see this carnelian right here, the energy is always a little aloof to me for some reason. Because sometimes I'm thinking, I know it's sacral related. Are we talking about creativity? Are we talking about sexuality or sensuality? But it's external for one, so that I might pull some cards in a second. Okay, I think that is it from the bones here. I do want to iterate as well, or reiterate again, for some of y'all, your body, it's time to it needs rest. it needs rest, and it's already kind of coming into this past uh, section as well. So a lot of things, a lot of ways how you physically used to behave and engage with, time to let it go. It's time to let it go. And there's a lot of seeds here during this time. It feels like whatever this fall season, a lot or winter season, a lot of y'all are going to receive a lot of seeds. And this is not necessarily they want you to do anything with it. This feels like a lot of accumulation. You know how animals will, when they are about to go into hibernation, during that kind of fallish late summer, they'll start to like accumulate a lot of wealth, a lot of food, a lot of seeds. It feels like that type of energy is going to be present for a lot of you all during this winter season. And again, like I said, and not to plant it, not to germinate it, not to conceive it yet, but just kind of picking up these little breadcrumbs, these little things here and there. But I'm hearing as I'm gonna pull some cards on some things, it's necessary for you to be open, okay? To be open. All right, we're gonna pull some oracle cards real quick. Actually, we're gonna do some tarot cards real quick. I might have to take my. I keep wanting to say talons, but that feels better to me. But I'm gonna take my claws off because, as y'all can see, it's a little hard to. It's a little hard to shuffle the cards with them on. Let me see something real quick if I can actually do it. No, we gonna have to take them off. All right, we just need to take two of them off. All right, Spirit. Anything y'all wish to clarify in this message before we move on? Anything you should draw attention to, emphasize, shed wisdom? I just took these out the freezer too, so they nice and fresh. I have to take that one off too. It's about to slide off. I haven't used this deck in a while. What else, Spirit? Keep going. Anything I need to hear, see, etc. A lot of twos, a lot of twos. Two of swords, two of wands. Hold on. Look at that. I don't know. For some of y'all, 222 may be very important, even numerologically, if I'm saying that correctly. Two again, two is all about different. How can I put this? Differing paths that may present opportunities. I put it that way. Other doors that you can walk through. It's about internal balance, which is very funny because we talked about that right here. It's about internal balance, not external balance. Yes, it's about partnerships. So now we're talking about all these things in a mental sake, in a action oriented, in your energy, your will, if you will, if you will, that's funny, and as well as emotionally. Spirit, keep going. Anything else you wish to say before we pull some oracle cards and close out? We talked about family. We talked about family. They look. We said all this already. We said all this already. This ain't nothing new. Look at that. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. We can kind of move some of these out the way so y'all can see these. I keep hearing right now, you just need to stop. You just need to stop. Some things are no longer necessary. Some energies in play, they have outlived their usefulness, is what I'm hearing. The game has changed. New opponents, new players, new rules that came in very, very loud. Allow that to be. And this is even more indicative here as we have this, the hangman right here. Refusing there to be a delay in sacrifice, a delay in surrender. But for some of y'all, this may involve a lot of decisions to be made, a lot of decisions, a lot of Should I go left? Should I go right? Which is very similar here with this Two of Wands. You know, what other doors, what other places can I walk through to get me where I'm trying to go? What relationships do I need to evaluate? What relationships do I need to surrender? Again, whether internally, because it is two internal relationships with our thoughts, our behaviors, with our emotions, with people, etc., with family as well. Making sure y'all can see that. Yeah, you can. With family. And it's more specifically in ways that you exchange, whether there's the exchanging type of energy with the Six of Pentacles, making sure it's balanced, it's equalized. And I told you what number, and what number did we get, y'all? We got 6. Can't make this shit up. And look, 2, 4, 6. Number, y'all. The numbers for this reading is 2 and 6. Didn't even realize I should add it up to 6. That's funny. All right, y'all. Before we close out, Spirit, is there anything y'all wish to say? I'm just gonna pull 3 oracle cards and close out. I don't want this to get too long. Take these claws off. Give these a good little shuffle first. Okay, Spirit. Let's see. Ancestors, what do you have for us at this time before we close out? Any closing remarks? Any reminders? I'm not gonna throw any dice today, or use the shells. I don't feel like that's necessary. Maybe for a different reading or question. Can't make this shit up. We talked about winter. That was the segment right here. Time of rest. Literally, take care of your needs. What does your body need? What emotionally do you need? What does your mind need? Drink some water. We have the traveler moving a new direction. We talked about that. How do you need to move right now? What do you need to do? What spaces, what places do you need to be in? In the warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Again, sometimes when it comes down to moving in a new direction, you know, really acknowledging, accepting, and applying the things that you need so that you can move in a new direction, it requires you to move not just in faith, but with strength, with devotion. You know, the description here is be fearless and stand strong. But what does that mean? This isn't just, don't let anybody get in your way. I mean, like, yeah, but it mainly just for yourself. Is your desire for transformation going to outweigh your fear of complacency? Okay? Again, one more time. Is your desire for transformation going to outweigh your fear of I think your fear of complacency, or you're choosing to remain complacent? I put it that way. I keep hearing you're gonna have to fight for what you want, and be okay with that, because is that not what you deserve? But this is it, y'all. I hope y'all find that purposeful, helpful, etc., etc. If so, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts, also what you're going through, and how this applied to you. Thank you, and make sure y'all subscribe, tap the screen, like the video, whatever platform this may be on, follow. And if y'all want adornments, spiritual tools, readings, all that is located in my website, wherever that may be, whether in the description below, in my link, in my bio, etc., etc.